Hi all, in this video we will learn about how to define the member functions within a class. We already know that in a class there is the member function and there is some data members, and these member functions can be declared inside the class or outside the class. Okay, inside the class definition means all the member functions are inside the class. Outside the class definition means here, along with this class name and function name, we will use the scope resolution operator for declaring the member function outside the class. Okay, so to define a member function outside the class definition, we have to use the scope resolution operator along with the class name and function name. Okay, let us see some examples on how to declare the function with inside the class and outside the class. So the first one, inside the class. Here, this is a program to find the the area of the square. Okay, the area of the square. For that, we will declare a class, and this name is, the name of the class is square. Okay, we can say the class name is square. And within the class, so this class, within the class here, till here, this is the class, right? Till here, this is the class square. And here, these are the data members. Now, these are the member function. The first one is the void read data, and next one is the calc area, and next one is void display. So these three are the member functions. And we can see that within the main function, we will create an object S. We will create an object S, that is the class name, object name. So S is the object. And we have to access the each function like read data. We have to take the s.read data. That means the S is the object name dot the read data object name dot display. What will happen is this, that when the object name dot read data, then we can enter the length and we can enter the length of the square. Right, and what will happen is this, the area is calculated as A into A. Right, so there will be something like S dot calc area, right? S dot calc area. S dot calc area is there. So area is calculated. And it is should be, we have to find the display, right? We have to display it. For that, cout area of the square is calc area. The calc area means this is a function call, right? The function calling calc area, and here we can find the area, that is side into side, that is the area of a square. So this is the inside the class. Here we can see that within the class square there is three member functions like read data, calc area and display. In the next example, here we can see some of the function is declared outside the class. Like in the previous thing, we have declared the read data, calc area as well as the display within the class. Right, here we can see that the square is our class name and there is a void read data and calc area, and here within the class there is something void display. So this is a function name, right? But this display here, it is not defined here. Like in the previous thing, we have defined this within the semicolon of this class. That means within the class we have defined the display function. But here we doesn't declared, or we doesn't defined the display function, right? So here there is only the function called within the class, but there is no definition. So this is something example for outside the class. So for that we have to use the scope resolution operator, that is outside the class void square to scope resolution operator, that is the class name, and displays the function name. Now we have to define this, and then square s dot read data s dot display, and here we will get the function or output. So here outside the class means this void display function is outside the class. So the class will end after the semicolon. Okay, before and then the square is defined here along with the scope resolution operator. So this is the example of outside the class. Okay, thank you.